Netflix's annual Geeked Week has just wrapped, and with plenty of incredible teasers, announcements and previews for upcoming geeky animation and live-action productions, here's my preview of the most exciting announcements I know you'll want to check out. Netflix's latest anime series, BlueEye Samurai, got a spotlight, with a short making-of featurette released. I haven't checked this series out myself just yet, but it looks fantastic, and I'm sure those who are already into this one will enjoy this in-depth look at the series' fight choreography. Set in 17th century Edo period Japan, the series follows a mixed-race master of the sword who lives a life in disguise, seeking to deliver revenge. It's written by Amber Noizumi and Michael Green, the latter of which wrote Logan, Blade Runner 2049 and Jungle Cruise, and is currently streaming on Netflix. One of my most anticipated animated series this year is the upcoming Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. While we've already had a trailer for this one, over Geeked Week, Netflix dropped the final trailer for the series, which is based on the original graphic novels by Brian Lee O'Malley, in which Scott Pilgrim meets the girl of his dreams, Ramona Flowers, but learns he must defeat her 7 evil exes in order to date her. Then things get even more complicated. The 8-episode series stars the entire cast of the 2010 live-action adaptation, including Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Brie Larson, Chris Evans, Anna Kendrick, Kieran Culkin, Aubrey Plaza, Brandon Routh, Alison Pill, and Jason Schwartzman. The whole series drops on Netflix on November 17, 2023. We also received a trailer for the upcoming anime My Demon. This brand new series is written and created by horror writer Hirotaka Adachi. In Earth's near future, a kind-hearted boy named Kento and a tiny demon child called Anna set out on a grand adventure across post-apocalyptic Japan in hopes of saving Kento's mother as dark forces close in. The series is set for release on November 23, 2023. The first clip for upcoming anime Onmyoji was also dropped, a couple of weeks after we were given the first trailer. Based on the immortal Heian period supernatural mystery novels by Baku Yumemakura, the extraordinary Onmyoji Abe Samai and his partner Minamoto Hiromasa solve cases involving humans and demons. Based on the setting of the original novels and including all new tales, this series tells a never-before-seen story of Seimei. This one is set to drop on November 28, 2023. The upcoming animated movie Leo from Adam Sandler's Happy Madison Productions got a brief spotlight as well, with Netflix releasing the first movie clip. Quickly approaching his final year of life, an ancient class pet lizard named Leo has a midlife crisis at the ripe old age of 74. After deciding to leave his cage for good, he unexpectedly falls into a different calling, acting as therapist to the peculiar 5th grade students in his classroom. The film was co-written by and stars Adam Sandler, alongside Bill Burr, Jason Alexander, Stephanie Hsu, Rob Schneider, and Cecily Strong. It will hit Netflix on November 21, 2023. Another interesting spotlight came in the form of a trailer for upcoming movie The Artchies. Set in 60s India in a fictional town called Riverdale, The Artchies is a coming-of-age musical following the lives of the town's favourite set of teenagers: Archie, Betty, Veronica, Jughead, Reggie, Ethel, and Dilton. Seen through the lens of the unique Anglo-Indian community, The Artchies explores friendship, freedom, love, heartbreak, and rebellion. This Hindi-language reimagining of the classic Archie comics and cartoons is the first ever feature film based on the franchise, and is the second live-action reimagining following the CW's Riverdale. It hits Netflix on December 7, 2023. We've also got our first look at upcoming psychological thriller Leave the World Behind. A family vacation on Long Island is interrupted by 2 strangers bearing news of a mysterious blackout. As the threat grows more imminent, both families must decide how best to survive the potential crisis, all while grappling with their own place in this collapsing world. Based on the best-selling 2020 novel by Rumaan Alam, the film stars Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali, Ethan Hawke, Myha'la, and Kevin Bacon. The film hits Netflix on December 8, 2023. We also got our very first trailer for the upcoming YuYu Hakusho, a live-action series based on the legendary battle-action manga series. YuYu Hakusho follows Yusuke, a tearaway teenager who dies trying to save a young boy from being hit by a speeding car. As he looks down at his body from the afterlife, Yusuke meets a woman named Bhutan, who guides him to the spirit world. She tells Yusuke that his death was premature and unexpected, and he's given the opportunity to be revived after completing a trial, which allows him to be sent back to the human world to investigate demons as an underworld detective. This one is set for release on December 14, 2023. We were also treated to the official trailer for Zack Snyder's upcoming original movie Rebel Moon, now known as Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. The movie follows the heroes of Velt, a peaceful agrarian moon colony under threat from the marauding Imperial warships of Motherworld, governed by the menacing Imperium. Desperate for aid, the villagers send a young woman to gather together a force of formidable warriors who can protect them. The movie stars Sophia Boutella, Jamon Honsu, Ed Skrein, Ray Fisher, Charlie Hunnam, and Anthony Hopkins. It hits Netflix on December 22, 2023. The first trailer for upcoming Asian American crime series The Brother's Son, starring Michelle Yeoh, was also released. When the head of a powerful Taiwanese triad is shot by a mysterious assassin, his eldest son, legendary killer Charles Charleg's son, heads to Los Angeles to protect his mother, Eileen, and his naive younger brother, Bruce. But as Taipei's deadliest socialites and a new rising faction go head-to-head for dominance, together they must figure out what brotherhood and family truly mean before one of their countless enemies kills them all. The series is described as an action-packed comedy and family drama, and comes from Byron Wu and co-creator of American Horror Story, Brad Falchuk. It hits Netflix on January 4, 2024. We also got the first trailer for Masters of the Universe Revolution, the follow-up series to 2021's Masters of the Universe Revelation. It's technology versus magic when He-Man and the heroic warriors face the forces of Skeletor and something more in the new epic chapter in the battle for Castle Grayskull. The newly mechanized Skeletor, armed with the might of Motherboard, attacks the heart of Eternia, while Prince Adam grapples with a new responsibility and what that means for him as He-Man. Adam is forced to choose between the scepter or the sword, and a life as either the king or the champion. The series stars Chris Wood, Mark Hamill, Melissa Benoist, and William Shatner, and is set for Netflix in January 2024. We also got our very first trailer for DreamWorks' upcoming feature film, Orion and the Dark, the first for the studio to debut direct to streaming. Orion seems a lot like your average elementary school kid, shy, unassuming, harboring a secret crush, but underneath his seemingly normal exterior, Orion is a ball of adolescent anxiety, completely consumed by irrational fears. So when the literal embodiment of his worst fear, the Dark, pays a visit, Dark whisks Orion away on a roller coaster ride around the world to prove there is nothing to be afraid of in the night. The film is based on the book by Emma Yarlett and written by Eternal Sunshine's Charlie Kaufman, and stars Jacob Tremblay and Paul Walter Hauser. It lands on February 2, 2024. We also got the long-awaited first trailer for the upcoming live-action adaptation of Nickelodeon's Avatar: The Last Airbender. Water, earth, fire, air. The four nations once lived in harmony, with the Avatar, master of all four elements, keeping peace between them. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked and wiped out the Air Nomads, the first step taken by the Firebenders towards conquering the world. But like a light in the darkness, hope springs forth when Aang, a young air nomad and the last of his kind, reawakens to take his rightful place as the next Avatar. The series stars Gordon Cormier as Aang and a supporting cast that includes Daniel Day Kim, Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, Elizabeth Yu, Amber Mid-Thunder, Danny Pudi, George Takai, and more. It was revealed that the 10-episode series will land on February 22, 2024. Netflix also announced that the second season of Arcane, based on the League of Legends video game, is headed our way. Arcane tells the origin story of Jinx and Vi, two sisters who find themselves on rival sides of a brewing war between the utopian city Piltover and its oppressed underbelly Zaun. The series stars Hayley Steinfeld and Ella Purnell and is set for release in November 2024. We've also got a new adaptation of Tomb Raider on the way. Animated series Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft. As a first look trailer was released a couple of months ago, no new footage from the series was released during Geeked Week. However, Netflix did release a short behind the scenes featurette showcasing the series' visual design. No official synopsis on this one just yet, but it's set to be a completely new reimagining not connected to any of the previous movies, and is rumoured to take place after the events of Square Enix's Tomb Raider video game trilogy, following Lara Croft as she ventures into new regions about 25 years after her first excursion. The anime-inspired series is co-produced by Legendary Pictures and stars Hayley Atwell as Lara Croft. It's set for release in 2024. A behind-the-scenes look at another upcoming video game adaptation, Devil May Cry, was also released. From producer Adi Shankar of Netflix's Castlevania series, Devil May Cry adapts Capcom's popular action-adventure game, which follows the hunter Dante, who makes it his life's mission to avenge his mother's death by killing all demons. Haven't got much else on this one just yet, but it's readying for a 2024 drop. From Subaraya Productions, Netflix is set to release the latest animated iteration of Ultraman Rising, with the first look trailer dropping during Geeked Week. This new animated film introduces us to an all-new Ultraman, baseball star Ken Sato, a seemingly average young man who has the ability to transform into a gigantic superhero. Fans of the series will find plenty to love, but don't worry if you're unfamiliar with Ultraman. The new film introduces a reimagined iteration of the Earthbound hero, with new enemies and challenges to face. The movie stars Christopher Sean and Tamlin Tomita. It will release in 2024. From Universal, DreamWorks and Amblin, Netflix also announced the newest Jurassic World sequel series, Jurassic World Chaos Theory. We don't have a lot on this one just yet, but it's believed to take place between the films Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Dominion, and will include characters from Netflix's previous animated Jurassic series, Camp Cretaceous. A logline tells us, after the park has closed, after the kingdom has fallen, a new era of chaos begins. The series, executive produced by Steven Spielberg, is set to drop in 2024. Another classic film franchise is also set for an animated adaptation at Netflix, with the streamer announcing Terminator the Anime Series, a co-production with Skydance Media. Again, details are slim here, but Netflix teases that the series is set 2 days after August 30, 1997, the date that the artificial intelligence network known as Skynet becomes self-aware and usurps its human masters, leading to an all-out war between humanity and machines, encompassing flesh and blood resistance fighters and time-traveling cyborgs. It's set for release in 2024. We've also got a 3rd season of Sonic Prime on the way, as Netflix released an official clip from one of the new episodes. It's the team-up you've been waiting for. Sonic and Shadow join forces to take on Alpha Grim Sonic. There'll likely be 8 episodes in the latest batch, which are due to drop in 2024. Also returning is the animated series Blood of Zeus for its 2nd season, for which we got a first look teaser clip. The series follows Heron, a young man living in ancient Greece. He learns that he is a son of Zeus, the Greek god of sky and thunder, and discovers his life purpose is to save the world from a demonic army. After Heron kills him, demon leader Seraphim descends to the underworld, where Hades offers his help in exchange for loyalty. Season 2 will drop in 2024. Another Witcher animated movie is also headed to Netflix, announced to be The Witcher Sirens of the Deep. Geralt of Rivia, a mutated monster hunter, is hired to investigate a series of attacks in a seaside village, and finds himself drawn into a centuries-old conflict between humans and merpeople. He must count on friends, old and new, to solve the mystery before the hostilities between the two kingdoms escalate into an all-out war. Doug Cockle will reprise his role of Geralt from the Witcher video games. The movie is set to release in late 2024. We also got our very first first look at upcoming live-action fantasy feature Damsel. Elodie, a dutiful damsel, agrees to marry a handsome prince, only to find the royal family has recruited her as a sacrifice to repay an ancient debt. Thrown into a cave with a fire-breathing dragon, she must rely on her wits and will to survive. The film stars Millie Bobby Brown as Elodie and is set for a 2024 release. And finally, we got a teaser trailer for upcoming animated comedy series Exploding Kittens. The eternal conflict between good and evil gets a bit hysterical when both God and the devil are sent to Earth and wind up trapped inside the bodies of chunky house cats. The series is based on the best-selling card game and is led by Lucifer's Tom Ellis. The series is also set to release in 2024. And with that, that is all of the major announcements from Netflix's Geeked Week 2023. As always, join the conversation down below and let me know what you're most excited to check out.